I recently had a call with a successful business owner, and when I asked about their business journey and how they got where they are, they started by saying they got really lucky. Now there's no doubt there's always an element of luck involved. But what do you think? Are all successful business owners just lucky? Or are we doing their hard work a discredit by mentioning the word luck? Well, in this video, we'll look at how luck plays a part in business success and look at specific examples from successful business owners. Now, when this business owner mentioned that they got lucky, I challenged them and said they must have worked really hard to get where they are, and they instantly shut me down. Once I heard more about their business journey, I realized that there were lots of elements of luck, but I couldn't help but feel that they were doing themselves a discredit. Because even though they got lucky in some elements, they surely had to do some work, right? So let's look at 3 successful business owners' journeys and decide whether they got lucky or not. Now we're going to start by looking at Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and multi-billionaire, and according to Forbes, the richest man in the world. But how did he become so successful? Was it luck? Let's look further. Elon Musk was born in South Africa to a South African father and a Canadian mother. And at the age of 10, Elon started to learn how to code. He was fascinated by computers and asked his father to get him one, specifically the Commodore VIC-20. I think that's how you say it. Luckily, his father was in a position to be able to get it for him. He then taught himself to code, eventually creating a game called Blaster, which he later sold for $500. Not bad for a kid, right? As an adult, Elon then went on to start a range of companies. In 1995, he founded Zip2, a company that provided maps and business directories for local businesses. Elon needed his computer skills for this business. Now, I wonder, had he not been lucky enough to be given that computer by his father, would he have turned out to be the man that he is today? Think of the countless young children who weren't lucky enough to get a computer at such a young age. If they were given the opportunity that Elon was given, could they have gone on to create the successful businesses that Elon has? Now, there's no doubt that Elon Musk works hard, and he claims to regularly work 80 to 100-hour weeks. But how much of his success is luck versus hard work and dedication? Before we look at the other 2 successful people, I wanted to reflect on how luck has played a part in my business journey so far. After speaking with this business owner, I couldn't help but think about the role that luck had played in my journey so far. I work extremely hard. I put a lot of time and effort into growing my business. But have I just got lucky? Well, I've experienced lots of luck. I was lucky that my dad let me stay on his sofa while I was growing my business, rent-free, thanks Dad. I was lucky to witness both of my parents work on their own businesses as a child, which undoubtedly led to my entrepreneurial mindset. I was lucky to be born in the UK, safe from danger, a great education system, a great healthcare system. There are so many reasons why I'm lucky. But what role has it played in my journey so far? We'll come back to this later. The next successful person we're going to look at is Oprah Winfrey. As well as being a successful talk show host, presenter, and the rest, Oprah is a successful business owner. She founded and is the CEO of her own production company, Harpo Productions. She founded her own magazine, O Magazine, and she's a partial owner of many brands, including Weight Watchers. But did she get lucky? Oprah was born on a farm in Mississippi and was raised by her grandmother until the age of 12, where she was then raised by her father. From the age of 6, she was raised in a neighborhood full of poverty. Oprah was also abused as a child, which I won't go into. But that doesn't sound lucky, does it? Despite Oprah's tough childhood, she managed to stay focused on her studies. Her grandmother taught her to read at just age 3, and her father provided a strict upbringing, which she credits to her discipline towards education. This has helped her grow into the responsible adult she is today. Oprah went on to win a full scholarship to Tennessee State University. She won several accolades at university, including being invited to the White house youth conference. At the age of 19, she landed her first television job, and by the age of 32, she became the first African-American nationally syndicated television host. So what role did luck play in this journey? Well, of course, Oprah was lucky to have a father that guided her on the right path with her education. Not everyone has a father that guides them. She was lucky to land her first TV job at 19. Is this the luck that contributed to her success? Now, before we assess the overall impact of luck, let's lastly look at Mr. Stephen Bartlett. Stephen is the founder of media marketing company Social Chain and the founder of his Diary of a CEO podcast. And he's most recently appeared as one of the dragons on Dragon's Den. Stephen is an African-born British-Nigerian entrepreneur. What role did luck play in his business journey? He grew up in Plymouth, which is in southwest England, and he talks about his independence as a young boy as little as the age of 10. His parents were always working, trying to provide and put food on the table, which meant he had to fend for himself a lot of the time. This independence taught him that if he wanted anything in life, he had to work hard for it. He mentioned his mum being the hardest working person he knows, and often having to sleep at work on a bag of rice in her shop. Was he lucky to be in this situation? Was he lucky to learn from his mother's work ethic and apply it to his own life? As a young adult, Stephen spent a year and a half developing a platform called Woolpark. This was an online messaging board for students. The idea was to connect students across different universities to promote events, job opportunities, and sell university books. But ultimately, this business flopped. But through this, he learned many skills, one of which was social media marketing. Stephen was lucky enough to become a social media marketing expert at a time when social media was just getting started. This led him to build Social Chain with a business partner, which grew to be worth approximately £300 million. So what role did luck have in all of these successful business owners' journeys? And what role has luck played in my journey so far? As I reflected on this, I realized that luck has been a big part of my journey. But it's not the only factor in my business journey so far, and definitely not the only factor in these business owners' journey. Elon was lucky to be gifted a computer at such a young age, but he took action. He took advantage of his luck. He worked hard, which presented him with future opportunities. Oprah also got lucky, and she's been quoted as saying, "Luck is a matter of preparation meeting opportunity." Her mindset of continuous learning allowed her to take advantage of opportunities when they presented themselves. And Stephen was lucky to work on a business that failed that ultimately taught him the skills that he needed to develop Social Chain, which grew on to be worth millions. He was lucky to experience some of the hardships that taught him the life lessons of today. Luck is all about perspective. Every successful business owner got lucky, but it was their ability to take advantage of that luck, create opportunities for themselves, put themselves in situations that allowed them to take advantage of opportunities when they presented themselves. So how are you going to create luck for yourself? The lessons to take here are to keep learning, keep trying new things, put in the effort, and find ways to create opportunities for yourself. The more things you do, the more things you learn, the more chance you have of getting lucky. Now, a few months ago, I got really lucky by earning a month's salary in just one day. And to see how I did it, you need to watch this video right here. But let me know in the comments, how are you going to take advantage of luck? But regardless of your take on this, remember, hit that like button and support the Ting. Peace and love.